One thing that I've come to learn is that people do get mad when you speak truth, or when you speak the truth more courageously and more honestly than them. So, the state of Illinois, the home of Chicago, has passed a law that's being dubbed a real purge law. What the law really does is end cash bail, which has historically been used not to ensure public safety, but rather to tax poor people, mostly poor people of color. Under the United States Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land, every citizen, when charged with a crime, is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Its history dates back to the Magna Carta in 1215 and was intended to protect people from frivolous government action. And thanks to social media and camera phones, we see just how frivolous and deadly government action can be in the form of the police.
Said I hop on the track with some confidence. I be talking my shit like the politics. They like Mooney, you gotta keep dropping shit. But don't worry, I'm knowing what time it is. Ain't no worries, my shooters be flocking shit. Staying humble, no need to be popping shit. I'm addicted, got fetish for guapping shit. I'm addicted, got fetish for guapping shit.
Okay, I was initially going to do a video on how unity is money, showing exactly how we can earn more money by working together with others. But I got sidetracked by a few other things, and then I ran across this post on social media which was lambasting the state of Illinois for eliminating cash bail. I had to speak on this because the criticism being levied at the courageous lawmakers who passed this law is the same kind of false, lame-brained propaganda black and brown people always fall for that got us poor as fuck in comparison to white America. It's like we believe anything critical white people say about almost anything.
As of January 1st, 2023, the following things will go into effect, and people need to be aware of this. It abolishes cash bail for almost every offense. This includes, but isn't limited to, kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder, drug-induced homicide, aggravated DUI, threatening a public official, and aggravated fleeing and eluding. Offenders released on electronic monitoring have to be in violation for 48 hours before law enforcement can act. They could almost drive to Alaska before we can even look for them. It denies victims their constitutional rights.
Victims' constitutional rights? Respectfully, there's no such thing. Has this guy even read the Constitution? I have. And the Bill of Rights were actually written with a mind to restrain government action. But somehow we've been doped with code words like public safety, national security, and executive privilege to give up our rights and to allow government agencies to do almost whatever they want and get away with it, especially against poor people of color. Last I checked, the United States Constitution begins with the words, "We the people," not "we the police" or "we the victims." So the argument is that eliminating cash bail will lead to increases in crime, and opponents against bail reform point to the rise in crime in New York State as proof of their stupid argument. Yes, stupid argument, because there's absolutely no actual evidence that bail reform is what led to increases in crime. In fact, the evidence shows crime actually increased in areas that have high rates of poverty and are racially segregated. And I guess these opponents of bail reform forgot about COVID, which only made matters worse for poor people of color. Increases in crime are directly connected to poverty and racism, along with how crises like COVID hit poor people of color the hardest because we lack the economic resources to protect ourselves. If this were really about public safety, then more focus would be placed on investing more money into poverty-stricken communities to increase the quality of education, to create quality jobs that pay a living wage, and to provide sufficient capital to allow black and brown businesses to grow and be more competitive. But if such investments were made, there wouldn't be enough left over for police, prison guards, prosecutors, etc. Yeah, so it's true. Crime does pay for all of them. Locking people up does pay for all of them. So of course, they're going to pull out all the tricks they can to save their jobs. Remember.
Well, somebody's got to be on top and somebody's got to be on bottom.
As I said before, and will say again and again, America is a capitalist country founded on white supremacy. Cash bail is just a byproduct of this system that preys on poor people and people of color. But eliminating cash bail ain't enough. We have to organize ourselves for wealth and power in America. Until then, we will remain victims of poverty, police brutality, and government overreach. I have more heat coming your way. So smash those subscribe and notification buttons, and please like this video and share your thoughts. Peace.
Staying humble, no need to be poppin' shit. I'm addicted, got fetish for guap and shit. I'm addicted, got fetish for guap and shit.